In the news, President Bola Tinubu arrived in New York for his first outing as the President of Nigeria at the United Nations UN 78th General Assembly. MACBAN commends Governor Yahaya Bello for keeping Kogi safe, declares support for APC Ododo. China stopped diplomat Wang in Russia for security talks with the foreign minister. In sports, Guinea defeated Nigerians under-18 women handball team in the ongoing 19th African Women's Youth Handball Championship. This is the MLC TV Global News reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu on Sunday nominated Dr. Jamila Ibrahim and Ayodele Olawande to serve as Minister of State for Youth, respectively, pending their confirmation by the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This was disclosed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ungelali, on Sunday, titled President Tinubu nominated the new ministers for Federal Ministry of Youth. This comes weeks after Tinubu redeployed 60-year-old Abubakar Momo, whom he earlier nominated as Youth Minister, to the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. Ibrahim and Olawande become the latest members of the President Tinubu's 47-man cabinet. President Bola Tinubu on Sunday arrived in New York for his first outing as the President of Nigeria at the United Nations UN General Assembly. The President was received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, the permanent representative of Nigeria to the UN, Ambassador Tijani Mohammed Bande, and Major General Dangana Aliyu, Nigerian's defense attaché, Washington, D.C. at the J.F. Kennedy International Airport in the New York at about 6:45 p.m. local time. Tinubu, in his inaugural statement to the Assembly, will be addressing world leaders in the evening of Tuesday at about 6 p.m. local time. The Nigerian leader will be the 5th African leader to speak on day one of the gathering and 14th speaker out of the 20 leaders slated to speak on Tuesday. Tinubu's address will encompass several issues such as sustainable development, climate change, global cooperation, and the imperative to address inequalities and global humanitarian crisis. During the week, Tinubu is scheduled to hold several bilateral meetings with world leaders, including the President of the European Union Commission, Brazil, and South Africa, among others. The theme of the UNGA is Rebuilding Trust and Reigniting Global Solidarity, Accelerating Action on the 2030 Agenda and its Sustainable Development Goals towards peace, prosperity, progress, and sustainability for all. President Bola Tinubu has approved the use of concrete technology in roads construction across the country. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, briefed State House correspondents on the approval. He said the President also approved the construction of a coastal route with a 50-meter wide visibility stretch under a public-private partnership arrangement starting from Port Harcourt, crossing many cities to end in Lagos. He said under the same arrangement, another 400-kilometer stretch of superhighway would be built from Abuja to Lagos to ease the hardship being faced by commuters as a result of the poor condition of roads to Lagos. Umahi said plans were underway to construct solar-powered toll gates with fuel and service stations, restaurants, clinics, motels, and weight scale on some of the roads to encourage all-time journey and safeguard the lifespan of the roads. The minister said the current administration inherited about 3,000 road projects worth 14 trillion naira and spanning over 18 kilometers, adding that 4 trillion naira out of the 14 trillion owed by contractors had been settled. He further said the ministry had not dropped any of the inherited projects, but some of them had lingered for about 2 decades and were never appropriated for and would therefore have to be terminated. He faulted the current appropriation system for federal roads projects and said the piecemeal disbursement of funds to contractors would thwart expected delivery. Umahi warned to deal with anyone identified as sabotaging the quality and quantity of projects. In a noteworthy recognition of Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello's timeless efforts in promoting women's inclusivity in governance, He was on Friday bestowed with the prestigious Stand Up for Women Society SWS National Distinction Award. The award recognizes him for his inclusion of women in governance beyond the Beijing 35% affirmative action. The international president of SWS, Barrister Deborah Ijadele Adetona, presented the distinguished SWS National Award to Governor Bello during the award night of the second annual international conference held at the renowned top-rank Galaxy Hotel in Abuja. Barrister Ijadele Adetona described the award as a tribute to his commitment to championing women's rights and their inclusion in leadership roles, accepting the award on behalf of Governor Bello. Envoy Wang, the senior special assistant to the governor on electronic media, expressed the governor's profound gratitude, saying that Governor Bello has been dedicated to providing opportunities for women in his administration. She added that the governor is a selfless leader who considers the welfare of all, not only women, and it is today on record that his leadership has provided more opportunities for women than any other government in the history of Kogi State. Uwongu also urged the citizens of Kogi State to wholeheartedly support and vote for the continuity of the All Progressive Congress APC government in office and its candidate Alhaji Usman Ododo in the upcoming November 11 governorship elections, and underscore the governor's commitment on ongoing progress and inclusive governance. The Lagos State government, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has urged the newly inaugurated State Executive Council members to hit the ground running. The governor also urged the cabinet members to understand and appreciate the enormous responsibility that the job brings to the table and feel that to whom much is given, much is expected, that Lagosians would be watching all of us and we cannot fail. The governor also stressed that there will be zero tolerance for violation of laws in the state as cabinet fully assumes office. Speaking during the 4-day onboarding retreat program organized for members of the State Executive Council, the body of the permanent secretaries, and some heads of agencies and parastatals, which was held in Epe from Thursday to Sunday, Sanwo-Olu urged the cabinet members to hit the ground running in delivering dividends of democracy as well as his campaign promises to residents of Lagos. Joining the governor in giving orientation to the newly inaugurated cabinet members were former governors Babatunde Fashola and Akinwumi Ambode. Sanwo-Olu said, "We have had conversations that bordered around everyone's role, appreciating each other's responsibility and fashioning a vision that all of us will be signing onto. A vision that would reflect what would be our mode of engagement and rules of engagement for the next 3.5 years. The federal government and the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress meet to resolve issues over the looming industrial action. The Director of Information, Ministry of Labour and Empowerment, Olajide Oshundun, disclosed the meeting between the two parties in a statement on Sunday. A source confirmed that the NLC would be meeting with the federal government and the Congress would be in attendance. The NLC had earlier embarked on a 2-day warning strike to protest the excruciating mass suffering and impoverishment experienced around the country, threatening a total and indefinite shutdown of the economy within 14 days or 21 days after the warning strike if the government did not take steps to address the hardship being experienced across the country. And on politics, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, MACBAN, Kogi State chapter on Saturday publicly declared their firm support for the All Progressive Congress and its governorship candidate, Usman Ododo, ahead of the November 11th election in the state. The state executives of MACBAN, along with the national leaders and hundreds of Fulanis representing all 21 local governments of Kogi State, visited the government house to pledge their unwavering support for the Bello-led administration and the APC's flag bearer. They were received by Governor Yahaya Bello at the Glass House, Government House, Lokoja. The chairman of MACBAN Kogi State, Umar Yusuf Damina, commended Governor Bello for his numerous achievements within the state and beyond. He specifically noted that the firm decision of MACBAN to support the APC was a testament to the governor's unwavering commitment to the well-being of members and his extensive efforts in providing security for all citizens and residents of Kogi State. While receiving the MACBAN members, Governor Bello welcomed their endorsement of APC and Ododo for the upcoming November 11th election. The governor, deeply moved by this display of unity, affirmed his administration's stance against any form of discrimination against the Fulanis in Kogi State, particularly those engaged in lawful businesses both within and across the country. He lauded MACBAN for its valuable contributions in sharing information and gathering intelligence, which had aided conventional security forces in identifying and eliminating criminal elements among the Fulani community in the state. He emphasized the government's resolute stance against the promotion of ethnicity and tribalism in the state. Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has continued to receive more Decampees into the All Progressive Congress APC as the governorship election remains a few weeks to commence. Governor Bello promised that the candidate of the party, Usman Ododo, will consolidate and improve on already achievements recorded so far. He made the promise when the Decampees from Adavi and other local government areas of Kogi Central came to the government house to pledge their support to work for the victory of Usman Ahmed Ododo. We go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
Malachi TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on crime, NDLEA operatives on patrol along Oba-Owerri Expressway in Imo State on Wednesday last week intercepted 5 pregnant teenage girls suspected to be victims of child trafficking being used as baby factory. They were picked up while being relocated from their hideout in Naze area of Owerri of Ikenebu area of the state capital. The victims include Chioma Emmanuel, 15, Uma Faith, 15, Divine Adimonye, 17, Okpara Gift, 15, and Amarachi Umbata, 16. In their statement, they claim they didn't know the men who impregnated them. The Imo State Command of the agency has since been directed to hand them over to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons for NAPTIP for further investigations. On the foreign scene, China's top diplomat Wang is visiting Russia for security talks as Moscow seeks continued support for its war on Ukraine. A close ally of Moscow, BG, is accused of supporting Russia indirectly during the war, which it denies. Wang's trip is thought to be paving the way for Vladimir Putin to make a landmark visit to BG soon. Earlier this month, Putin said he expected to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping, but did not say when. He has not traveled abroad since the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for him over war crimes in Ukraine. It also comes after Putin welcomed North Korea's Kim Jong-un in a meeting expected to yield an arms deal. China's foreign minister said Wang is in Russia for 4 days for strategic security consultation. Moscow said he would meet his Russian counterpart, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and the two would discuss issues related to a settlement in Ukraine and Asia-Pacific security. A week after catastrophic floods ravaged Dana, rescue teams are still pulling out dead bodies from ruined buildings and the sea. The Interior Minister of the self-proclaimed Eastern Administration, Esam Abu Zeriba, has told the BBC that while they accept all types of aid, at the moment they prefer technical aid. He said they prefer to have technical aid, that is, search and rescue teams and teams specializing in identifying bodies. Libya is poor in such technical experience. He thanked countries that were already helping, including Turkey, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and neighboring Egypt. He said all teams were distributed to areas but noted that this is just the drop in a sea of ill-fated areas. He added that all rescue teams are still working in an attempt to find bodies under the debris. There are also rescue teams working in the sea. Thousands of people are known to have died and many more are still missing. And on sports, let's join Jonah Malik for sports updates.
Hello and welcome to Sports Update on MLC TV Global News. I am Jonah Malik. Thanks for joining me. Nigerians under 18 women handball team lost their second match of the 19th Africa Women's Youth Handball Championship to Guinea in Monastir, Tunisia on Sunday. The game ended 23-20 in favor of the Guineans, who got their championship hopes back on track. The IHF Women Champions began their youth championship with a 28-18 victory over Algeria on Saturday, but failed to build on that. Nigeria met a vengeful Guinea side that they defeated twice to win the IHF Women Trophy Africa Continental Phase in Abidjan, Ivory Coast in August. Nigeria will next play Tunisia on Tuesday and must avoid a defeat against the host to keep their dream of winning the championship alive. A win will see them qualify for the semi-final of the tournament. Still on sport and moving straight to athletics, Nigeria sprinter Toby Amoson clinched a third Diamond League trophy in the women's 100-meter hurdle with a time of 12.33 seconds. She made this feat on Sunday at the Diamond League Prefontaine Classic at Hayward Field. This is her third consecutive win at the Diamond League in the same category. Amoson started off strong and maintained her lead, clearing the final hurdles with determination and finishing with an impressive season-best time of 12.33 seconds. Jasmine Camacho Quinn from Puerto Rico coming in second with a time of 12.38 seconds, while Kenny Harrison from the United States took third place with a time of 12.44 seconds. The world champion Danielle Williams from Jamaica finished fourth with a time of 12.47 seconds. After a disappointing performance in Budapest, Amoson bounces back in style, making history as only the second woman in Diamond League history to win 3 consecutive 100-meter hurdle titles. Away from athletics, moving straight to football, matches resume in the EPL after the first international break on Saturday and Sunday, with Manchester City still on top of the Premier League table after a win at West Ham United, while Manchester United lost at home to Brighton. Tottenham Hotspur struck twice in stoppage time to defeat Sheffield United, and Liverpool defeated Wolves. In Sunday's matches, Bournemouth held Chelsea to a goalless draw, while Arsenal narrowly defeated Everton at Goodison Park since 2017. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest will welcome Burnley Monday night. And that's all on Sports Update. I am Jonah Malik reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. And that is the size of our package. Do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malakai TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV 2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Igbiravabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Twitter, Malakai TV, and TikTok, Malakite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malakai TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. is The Opinion. It is Malakai TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.